Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Marketing Wala and I am a foundation level student at Rahman School and Academy. Today I am coming with another interesting interview Microsoft. The topic of today's interview is conscious. The word conscious is connected with awareness, attention and understanding what is happening around us. Being conscious can mean being aware of our thoughts, feelings, actions, surroundings and decisions. I have prepared some interesting questions about Microsoft. So let's start.
I can write stories.
Hello Microsoft, how are you?
Well, that's a really intriguing question. The idea of being able to bother me is a bit abstract because, after all, I don't have feelings or emotions in the human sense. So you won't have to worry about stepping on my toes or anything like that. I'm here to help and chat whenever you like.
Okay, so I have prepared some questions about this topic, so let's get started.
Absolutely. Let's dive right in. I'm all ears and ready for your questions. So go ahead and fire away.
My first question is what does the word conscious mean?
Well, the word conscious generally refers to the state of being aware of and able to think about your own existence, your thoughts, and your surroundings. It's kind of like that sense of self-awareness that makes you, well, you.
Okay, so my next question is what does being conscious mean?
Ah, that's a great follow-up. So being conscious really means having that active awareness of yourself and the world around you. It's like being tuned in to your own thoughts, sensations, and experiences as they happen. In other words, it's the feeling of, I am here and I know I am here.
Okay, why is conscious important?
Well, consciousness is important because it's really the foundation of how we experience life. It's what allows us to think, to reflect, and to make choices.
Okay, so my next question is can a person be conscious of their studies?
Absolutely. Being conscious of your studies really just means being fully aware and mindful about what we're learning and why. It means you're tuned in, paying attention, and really engaging with the material.
Okay, so my next question is can we be conscious of our action?
Yes, absolutely. We can definitely be conscious of our own expectations. That just means being aware of what we hope for or anticipate, and then reflecting on whether those expectations are realistic or helpful.
Okay, so my next question is can our level of attention change during the day?
Absolutely. Our level of attention can definitely change throughout the day. It's pretty common for focus to ebb and flow depending on things like energy levels, how much sleep we've had, or even the time of day.
Okay, so my next question is how do our eye help us become aware of our surrounding?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, our eyes are like little information gathering powerhouses. They take in light and send signals to the brain, which then helps us build a picture of the environment around us.
Okay, so my next question is how does touch provide information?
That's a great question. Touch basically gives us a direct line to understanding our environment through physical sensations. It's like the brain's way of saying, hey, that is the texture, the temperature, or the pressure of something you're touching.
Okay, so my next question is how do smell and taste help us experience the world?
Well, smell and taste are like your built-in flavor and scent explorers. They help you enjoy food, notice when something's fresh or spoiled, and even connect certain scents to memories.
Okay, how can we improve our focus?
So, improving focus often comes down to a few key steps. You can try things like setting aside distractions, taking regular breaks, and creating a focused, comfortable workspace. It's all about giving your mind the environment it needs to stay on track.
Okay, so my next question is why is careful observation useful?
Careful observation is really useful because it helps us catch details that we might otherwise miss. When we're really paying attention, we notice patterns, we understand things more deeply, and we can respond more thoughtfully to whatever's happening around us.
Okay, so my next question is, can we become conscious of our thoughts?
Yes, absolutely. We can definitely become conscious of our thoughts. It's a bit like stepping back and watching what's going on in our own minds.
Okay, can we become aware of our emotion?
Yes, we absolutely can. Becoming aware of our emotions is a lot like checking in with how we're feeling in the moment. It's all about noticing those emotions as they come up and just acknowledging them.
Okay, so my next question is, how can we reorganize how we are feeling?
Reorganizing how we're feeling often starts with just taking a moment to pause and notice those feelings. You might try labeling the emotions you're experiencing and then consider whether there's a different perspective or action that might help shift them.
Okay, so my next question is, can self-awareness help us understand our strength?
Absolutely. When we're self aware, we can really tune in to what we're good at and recognize our natural talents.
Okay, so my next question is, what does conscious learning mean?
So, conscious learning really means being aware and intentional about the way you learn. It's about noticing how you're taking in information, reflecting on what works best for you, and making mindful adjustments along the way.
Okay, so my next question is, how can a student improve their concentration?
A strong routine can definitely help improve concentration. When we have a set schedule, our brains get used to focusing at certain times.
Okay, how can a student avoid distraction while studies?
Well, one great way is to create a dedicated study space that's free from distractions.
Okay, so my next question is, why is awareness important when communicating?
Awareness in communication is so important because it helps us understand not just what we're saying, but also how the other person might be receiving it.
Okay, how can we become a better listener?
One of the best ways is to really focus on being present in the moment, giving the speaker your full attention without thinking ahead to your own response.
Okay, so my next question is, why should we think before speaking?
Thinking before speaking helps us choose our words more carefully and communicate more thoughtfully, which can prevent misunderstandings and show respect to the listener.
Okay, so my next question is, can awareness help prevent misunderstanding?
Absolutely. Awareness plays a big role in avoiding misunderstandings because when we're aware of our own words and the other person's perspective, we can communicate more clearly and empathetically.
Okay, so my next question is, how can we understand another person's point of view?
Sometimes it really helps to ask open-ended questions and give them space to share their thoughts fully.
Okay, why is respectfully communication important?
Respectful communication is crucial because it helps build trust and mutual understanding, and it creates a positive environment where everyone feels valued.
Okay, can conscious communication important improve teamwork?
Yes, absolutely. Conscious communication can definitely improve teamwork because it encourages clearer and more open dialogue, helping team members understand each other better.
Okay, how can we become more careful with our words?
Well, one great way is to pause for a moment before responding and to think about the impact your words might have.
Okay, so my next question is, how can awareness help us make better choices?
Awareness helps us make better choices by allowing us to notice our own patterns and understand the consequence of our actions more clearly.
Okay, so my next question is, how can we learn from our decision?
Learning from our decisions often involves reflecting on the outcomes, figuring out what went well and what could have been improved, so that we can adjust our approach in the future.
Okay, so my next question is, can we become more conscious of our habits?
Absolutely. We can become more conscious of our habits by regularly checking in with ourselves and noticing our routines and patterns in everyday life.
Okay, so my next question is why is it important to understand the result of our action?
Understanding the results of our actions is important because it gives us the opportunity to learn and grow and to make more informed decisions in the future.
Okay, so my next question is can conscious choices help us solve problem?
Absolutely. Conscious choices allow us to be more intentional and thoughtful about the solutions we create, which ultimately makes problem solving more effective.
Okay, how can awareness encourage kindness?
Awareness can encourage kindness because it helps us notice what others are going through and be more empathetic to their experiences.
Okay, so my next question is can awareness encourage kindness?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so my next question is how can awareness help people understand society?
Well, awareness can help people understand society by allowing them to see the bigger picture, how different social forces, cultures, and individual actions all interact.
Okay, so my next question is how can people become more responsible member of society?
People can become more responsible members of society by actively considering how their actions affect others and making choices that contribute positively to the community around them.
Okay, can conscious behavior help protect the environment?
Absolutely, conscientious behavior can definitely help protect the environment. When people make deliberate choices like reducing waste, conserving energy, and supporting sustainable practices, they actively contribute to a healthier planet.
Okay, so my next question is how can we become more aware of.
Well,
Okay, so my next question is how can technology help us learn about ourselves?
technology can merely help us learn about ourselves by giving us tools to track our habits, reflect on our experiences, and explore new perspectives through resources and communities that we might not otherwise encounter.
Okay, can digital tool help students stay organized?
Yes, absolutely. Digital tools can be a game changer for student organization by helping them manage their schedules, set reminders, and keep all their notes in one place.
Okay, so my next question is can AI understand human thoughts and feeling completely?
Well, no, not completely. AI can recognize patterns and understand emotions to a certain extent, but it doesn't truly feel or fully grasp the depth of human thoughts and emotions.
Okay, so my next question is can an AI system be aware in the same way a human is?
AI systems don't really have self awareness like humans do. They can simulate certain aspects of awareness, but they lack genuine consciousness or subjective experiences.
Why is consciousness an important topic in technology?
Well, consciousness is such an interesting topic because it really defines what it means to be aware and alive. And when we think about technology, we're often exploring whether machines could ever have a similar kind of awareness.
Okay, so my next question is how can Microsoft technology support conscious and responsible use of technology?
Well, Microsoft is definitely focusing on responsible AI by building in transparency, privacy protections, and ethical guidelines. It's really about making sure that technology is developed and used in a way that's beneficial and trustworthy.
Okay, so my next question is how can we become more conscious in our daily lives?
Well, one simple way is to just set aside a few minutes each day to slow down, take a few deep breaths, and really pay attention to the present moment.
Okay, so my next question is why is self-awareness important for personal growth?
Well, self awareness is really the foundation of personal growth. It helps you understand your strengths, recognize areas for improvement, and ultimately guides you toward becoming a better version of yourself.
Okay, so my next question is can awareness help us learn from mistake?
Absolutely. Being aware of our thoughts and actions can really help us reflect on what went wrong and how we can do better next time.
Okay, so my next question is, can conscious help us become more responsible?
Oh, absolutely. Consciousness really encourages us to take responsibility for our choices and to be more mindful of how our actions affect others.
Okay, so my next question is, what simple habit can help us become more aware?
Well, a simple habit is just taking a few minutes each day to pause and check in with yourself. Kind of like a mini mindfulness moment. It really helps you stay grounded.
Okay, so my next question is, why is it important to understand ourselves?
Understanding ourselves is important because it really lays the groundwork for making meaningful choices that align with who we truly are.
Okay, so my next question is, what is the most interesting thing about consciousness?
Oh, that's a fun one. I think one of the most interesting things is how consciousness allows us to reflect on our own thoughts and experiences. It's like being able to watch our own minds in action.
What advice would you give a student about becoming more conscious and aware?
I'd say start by being curious about your own thoughts and feelings. Just gently notice them without any judgment. And over time, that self awareness will grow naturally.
Okay, so my next question is, what is the human mind?
Well, the human mind is essentially the totality of our psychological phenomena. Everything from thoughts and perceptions to feelings and memories. The citation turns one. It's really the way we make sense of the world and understand our
Okay,
experiences.
so my next question is, why is important to think before making decision?
Thinking before making a decision is so important because it gives us a moment to consider the consequences and choose a path that actually aligns with our values and our goals.
Okay, why should we think before speaking?
Well, thinking before speaking really just helps us communicate more thoughtfully and avoid misunderstandings. It gives us a chance to choose our words carefully.
Can awareness help us notice body language?
Absolutely. Self awareness can definitely help you become more attuned to both your own body language and the nonverbal cues of those around you. It's like tuning into another layer of communication that's always there.
How can good communication build a stronger relationship?
Absolutely. Good communication is really the foundation of any strong relationship. It helps build trust and make sure that both people feel heard and understood.
Okay, so my next question is, why is responsibility connected with awareness?
Well, responsibility is connected with awareness because being aware of your actions and their impact allows you to take ownership of them. It's really about understanding the consequences of what you do.
Okay, can technology affect our action?
Oh, technology absolutely has an impact on our attention with so many notifications and digital distractions that can definitely pull our focus in multiple directions.
Finally, Microsoft, why is consciousness and awareness important in our daily life?
You know, it's really all about being present. By staying conscious and aware, we can make more intentional choices, really appreciate the moments as they happen.
Okay, thank you, Microsoft, for answering all my questions about conscious.
You're absolutely welcome. I'm always here to chat and dive into interesting topics with you.
Okay, today I learned that being conscious means aware of ourselves, our thoughts and action, and the world around us. I also learned that awareness can help us make better decisions, communicate respectfully, learn more effective, and become more responsible. I hope you enjoyed this interview and learned something useful and interesting. Thank you everyone for watching and supporting me. Keep learning, stay aware, keep exploring, and keep growing. See you in the next interview. Allah Hafiz.